Hey, what's up, Good Life? Thanks for joining me for today's 128 moment. When I grow up, I want to be, nobody graduates from childhood without uttering that phrase multiple times, usually claiming several different life goals along the way. Dreams of being an astronaut or a superhero or maybe even being a garbage man, they don't always pan out. The truth is, very few of us end up being exactly who we plan to be as kids. And if yesterday's plans don't match today's reality, you're not alone. Ray Romano of the sitcom Everybody Loves Raymond, he once majored in accounting. NBA legend Michael Jordan majored in cultural geography when he was in college. Parody singer Weird Al Yankovic, he completed a degree in architecture. And comedian and actor Will Ferrell, he majored in sports broadcasting. Now, looking through that list, other than being robbed of the hilarity of Will Ferrell calling a close game, I'm glad those other plans for those guys fell through. Even if your professional title, though, matches exactly your training or degree, does it ensure that you've arrived? Does having a license make you a driver? Driving on the streets of Manatee County for 5 minutes would say otherwise. Does having a certificate, does that make you a teacher? Well, a person can have the title, but a teacher does so much more than just cover material. Effective teachers uncover potential. Their impact is not measured merely in recorded grades, but in changed lives. In the same way, does a med school degree make you a doctor? Don't get me wrong, there are some incredible doctors who are doing amazing work, but I can't even count the number of times sick and hurting people have conveyed stories of frustration and hopelessness about a doctor who seemed to be completely disinterested in their health and well-being. These men and women may know their stuff, but their knowledge of the human body has not translated into compassion for actual human beings. In the same way, does your knowledge about Jesus make you a follower of Jesus? Has your church attendance resulted in biblical obedience? Does your life look like the one you claim to follow? Who we are is not determined just by what we know. Who we are is most accurately reflected in what we do. James 1:22, James, the brother of Jesus, writes this to the early church, calling them to be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. Too many churchgoers have been deceiving themselves for far too long. As we grow up, we need to be a people who grow into the image of Christ. We should look like him. We should love like him. And you know what, Good Life? We need to be a people who don't let our faith be like an unused degree. We need to let our lives be like a river through which God's love and the good news of the gospel pours into the world. Let's not be a people who just sit and know. Let's be a people who go and do. To that end, we are walking through the parables of Jesus this summer each Sunday. We hope you'll join us at 10 o'clock this Sunday as we dive into one of those stories, looking at the story of the unforgiving servant and the difference that it can make in your life and mine. We'll see you then, and until then, let's be a people who will love enough.